The gathering began with a bell, not loud, not booming, just a note in the wind, a shimmer on the edge of birdsong. Each child heard it in their own way. Elsie, in the hum of her pillow just before sleep. Callum, while lighting a lantern that suddenly flared green. Ava, etched into the spirals of cloud patterns over her windmill. Mina, drifting on fenwater reeds like a whisper through the rushes. Finn, in the rhythm of train tracks that skipped a beat. And Hester, well, she was already walking when it began. Boots found, thorns trimmed. Something had called her home. They arrived at dusk. A glade tucked into the dip of the hills, where the grass grew silver and the air smelled like rain before it falls. A circle of stones ringed the space, older than oak, older than myth. In the center, the same long table from the orchard. But this time, the food was untouched. Instead, 7 carved objects rested atop cloth bundles. A feather, a bell, a lantern, a compass, an acorn, an apple core, and a rook-shaped key. "Why are we here?" Finn asked, flicking his compass. "It's a crossing point," Hester said. "Stories blur here, paths not. You've each carried a thread. Now we decide whether to weave or let them fray." Elsie looked around. "Who are we weaving for?" Before Hester could answer, the sky darkened, and they arrived. Figures in shadow, tall, faceless, shifting like smoke. They didn't speak, but they brought with them an old cold, the kind that made the hairs on your arms rise even when the wind was still. Ava stepped forward, heart racing. "They've forgotten," she whispered. "The adults, the world. They've let the old ways fade, but we remember." Callum raised his lantern. It pulsed once. Mina placed her acorn down. "We carry pieces, seeds." Finn's compass spun wildly until Hester placed her hand over it. It stopped, pointing inward, toward them. "Then we begin," said Hester. The children stood in a circle. Each one placed their object inside a spiral, carved into the stone floor. The wind picked up. The bell tolled once, and the stones glowed faintly, then brighter, until the light pulsed like a heartbeat. In the clearing above, the shadow figures paused, then shivered, as if something ancient had woken up beneath their feet. Epilogue. A choice. They weren't given powers that night. They chose them. To remember. To walk the paths others ignored. To carry echoes. To keep the balance. The Hollow Watch didn't rise with swords or fire. It rose with whispers, and lights in the dark, and laughter under apple trees no one else could find.